Hi, my name is Tamar Meisels. I'm a Jewish wife and mother living in Israel, and today I wanted to introduce you to the Yemima Method. This is a psychological approach developed by Yemima Avital, who passed away over 30 years ago. Until today, her students now teach what she taught to other new groups. And this influenced my life, friends of mine's life, and thousands of others Israelis who have learned this method. And the way it works is that once a week, a group of women meet up, led by this group leader, who usually was a student herself of Yemima. She then dictates to the group a paragraph or two from Yemima Avital's teachings, and the rest of the group writes this paragraph down. And usually these paragraphs are a little bit obscure, hard to understand. Even for Israelis who understand Hebrew, it's a little bit hard to understand. And then each woman understands it a little bit differently, and we can share on what we understand. We then take this teaching and previous teachings that we learned, and we have writing assignments that we take home, which is if we have any new understanding or new awareness throughout the week, if it's with our circumstances in life, something that we understood about ourselves or about the teaching, then we could share it with the group. And sharing is a very important part of the group. So two principles I want to share with you to understand a little bit more about this method. The first one is to distinguish between the yalda, the little girl within, and the lomedet, the self-aware learner that we are today. So in our childhood, perhaps we didn't receive the proper unconditional love that the girl needed, and we then developed behavioral defense mechanisms to help us cope with feeling little and unworthy or unaccepted. And these behaviors are still influencing us today. Now the lomedet, the learner, the self-aware adult that we are today, no longer needs these defense mechanisms, and with time we learn how to cope with other methods, and we no longer need this girl. So the first way to cope with this girl, the first step is to recognize the girl. So throughout the day we go out and we are our balanced self, and if throughout the day we have something Yemima calls omes, something triggers us, something makes us angry or upset or takes us out of our balance, then we then recognize the yalda. We recognize that this is not the learner, this behavior, the way that we're so upset now, it's from the yalda. And the second step is to then ask, okay, why is she feeling this way? What's really lying behind this feeling that she's feeling? And usually the underlying feeling is that we feel not worthy or not accepted. No one sees us. These are the feelings that we feel. And the third step is to accept the girl, not fight the girl, because a lot of times, we behave in a certain way, we get angry, and then a lot of energy is then spent being upset at the way we behaved or the way we acted or the way we felt. And we don't want to use this energy. Instead of using energy, we use it to accept the girl, understand her, give her a feeling of self-love. We love you, we value you, you're worthwhile. We give ourself the feeling that we're valued and we deserve to be cared for, and we don't expect this from any external situation. As we become more self-aware and we learn to recognize this girl and to accept her, then you'll see over time the girl appears less and less, and these behaviors appear less and less frequently. So if we're trying to be our balanced self, with time we become much more balanced, and we're able to focus more on our true essence, our mahut, and not spend time focused on these things that are still leading us from our past. And the second principle is that the external circumstance is a trigger, an opportunity for self-work. Throughout the day, you have something that you're going through with your boss or your spouse or your children, something that's upsetting you or bothering you or triggering you about someone, and someone else in this exact circumstance wouldn't be triggered by it. the reason that you're triggered by it and it's bothering you is because this is self-work that you have to do, and you have to recognize what it is that's troubling you. And basically your entire life events are leading it, so that are designed for you, so that you can lead your life and develop and learn about yourself and do the self-work that you need. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed it, and I would definitely recommend, if you have a chance to take a class about Yemima, I would definitely take it. It takes a lot of patience. Sometimes you don't understand at first, and I highly, highly recommend it.